came back in July of 2007, that you hoped that that was the time you were going to be dedicating, and not only just hope, but you felt that the Lord spoke to you concerning that. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is correct.
Okay. Sister Suzanne, is there anything that you would like to share?
I think that, well, since I was a very little girl, I've been involved in mission work. We belong, first of all, to a church that was large in number. I mean, more near to 1,000 people. And we left that and we went into mission work. I with my uncle and my aunt, who are still in ministry. And we would walk for miles and we would give out tracts and we would minister to people. And that's really my heart to do that. And this task has been great for us. At times it has been very overwhelming. At times it has been discouraging. At times we felt we could not make it, because when we would look at the workforce and we would see 13 and 14-year-olds, and that's all we had, it was just about 8 or 9 in all that we would have to work with. I am personally saying that it was very hard for me to deal with at times. Very discouraging. Financially, sometimes it would become very overwhelming. At times it would be so hard to see the young people work, so hard. I knew it was for God, but yet it was very, very difficult to deal with. And in it all, God showed us how His hand moved and what He did. And He took us from step to step and step to step. But He has always guided us and He has always spoken to us. And this last step, this last phase of getting this building completed, this sanctuary for God, it is really the uttermost focus that we have right now, because we know that when this task is completed, God has so much more for us to do for Him. And really and truly, in my heart, I think both of us, we have reached a point where God has spoken to us, yes, but also we know this task needs to be completed to begin to truly evangelize, and we ourselves to be missionaries and to be able to be a support and to do what has been imparted to us and given to us by Sandhills, by Jerry Ziegler, by Wayne and Pam Elliott, by Team Missions International. We would like to give back our portion as well to those churches and to people who are in need as well. But we know this task must be completed first, because it is the focus right now. It is not about numbers, because we both left big churches with big numbers. Gerald here, he belonged to a church with more than 1,000 people. He was the Sunday school superintendent and the youth leader and the outreach minister in that church. We were in comfort zone, but we left that because it was not where God was calling us. But God has called us here in this predominant Hindu and Muslim area. And really the church is right now the focus, the building of the church. But really the primary reason is to win the lost at any cost. And we truly want to complete this task and this assignment that God has given us in the building of this sanctuary, so that we can go forth, into, the lost, and just win the lost at any cost. Just tell them how real Jesus is, and He's more real even in the building we are building. But we know we have to get this task done first.
I would like to just say a special thanks to my wife and my children. Karen, my oldest. Karen, come on quickly now. Adrian, my second. Say hello, Karen. And Josh, our baby.
Go in the middle. Okay, there you are. I got you.
I would like to say special thanks to them, who has been a tremendous support to us in this ministry, who from little children were mixing concrete and were pulling cement up to the second floor, were pushing barrow. Mr. Elliott was shocked that Karen could, as a little boy, was pushing barrow with concrete. They have been a tremendous support. But most of all, I want to thank God for my wife, who, bared with me and shared the vision with me. It has been hard for her as a woman. There are times we had we wanted to eat meat, we couldn't. We had to look for change, 5 cents and cent and 10 cents, to be able to buy chicken feet to eat. That's the only meat we could have had for the week. But I thank God for her, you know, for support and for strength and, you know, being there by my side. I truly want to thank God for her and for my family.
Amen.
Thank you.
That's just a small portion of the hearts that I've gotten to know in this week. I've heard, and tape just won't allow us the time, of the stories of the lives. I've gotten to know a young man whose wife left him, named Peter.